Hey guys, and welcome to the 6th video in my A to Z jungle series. In this video, we are going to be playing Anivia jungle, and unfortunately, as you can see, this game is not live. The main reason behind that is because I messed up and accidentally deleted a lot of my recordings, so I kind of have to re-record a bunch of games. But I didn't have time to do that in the past few days due to doing the 24-hour stream, so we will have to be watching this. That being said, if you guys do prefer watching me commentate over pre-recorded games or like replays and stuff like that over live game commentaries, let me know, and I'll try to do that in the future. If you prefer live commentaries, let me know. Before we get started though, I want to let you guys know that if you're interested in winning a $25 RP code, just comment below saying I would like $25 in RP, and I will be giving it out to somebody who comments it on the YouTube on this YouTube video. So let's go over really quickly what items we started. We went at Hunter's Talisman and 3 health potions, and we are also running for runes, AP Quints, attack speed marks, armor seals, and MR glyphs. As for our masteries, we're 18 and 12. This is actually, I know it's shocking, right? I'm not using Thunderlord's Decree this game. I'm actually using Deathfire Touch, which I feel is better on Anivia over Thunderlords. In this game, I'm going to be starting blue buff. So before we get to the blue buff really quickly, I'd like to go over. Yeah, I know in this game was a little troll. Our Yasuo decided that he wanted to be a troll, and he picked Yasuo AD carry. I was kind of unenthusiastic about this. I decided to start wall here for my blue buff. So we're going ahead to kill our blue buff through the wall out. Yasuo gave me a pretty decent leash, so you know what? Despite him picking a troll champion for the bot lane, I think he's an okay guy, an A-okay guy. Went ahead, smited it as soon as I could to combo the auto attack and the smite, and that took out the blue buff. I'm gonna hit level 2 as soon as I kill the little bufflings. After the little bufflings, we are gonna go ahead and go to our wolf camp. Actually, no. We decided to go to our Wraith camp, and the reason we're doing this, by the way, is because I started blue buff in anticipation of Pantheon invading me, and it looks like Pantheon did invade me, as you can see by the minimap. So I decided to skip the wolf camp, because if he was going to invade me, he was going to be he would have been in my bot side jungle, and he would have interrupted my wolf camp, setting me farther behind. So I felt like it was a better choice for me to go to my Wraith camp instead. There I walled out my little raptorlings, and then moved back after using my Q to kill all of the small ones. Looks like Fizz just got first blood on Zed, which is pretty awesome. After killing the raptor camp, I'm going to go and rotate to my red buff, saving the smite so I can use the smite on the red buff. So over here, I check the bush, make sure that Pantheon isn't sitting there just in case I was wrong about the early invade. Throw the Q out, throw the wall out, make it so the red buff Brambleback can't get to me. And then we are going to go ahead and auto-attack it a bunch. We'll kite it out as much as we possibly can, stun the red buff. And once it gets low, we'll go ahead and smite it. Yep. We'll smite it a little early just to regen some health. Brambleback's messing me up though, which kind of sucks. So after this, we're going to go ahead and recall just in case. I don't think I had the capability to kill the Krug camp. I probably actually could have, but I decided to just recall instead at the moment. That was the incorrect decision in my opinion, but it was a mistake. Went a Hunter's Machete and a Pink Ward. So what you're going to notice about the build this game is that I am not building the Runeglaive. I'm actually going to be sitting on the Stalker's Blade, and then after the Stalker's Blade, I'm going to go into Rod of Ages. Looks like Pantheon just executed, which is pretty awesome for me, sets him behind. Go ahead and throw our Q out there, smite the Gromp camp, and throw the wall out. We didn't do that quite correctly, and due to waiting too long to use my E, I didn't get the bonus damage of Frostbite on the Gromp camp. We go ahead and kill the Gromp camp, go to our Wolf camp, but I noticed that the Wolf Spirit had just despawned on me, which indicates that the Pantheon had smited my Wolf camp. So I knew that my Wolf camp is already gone, so after that, we're going to go ahead and do our Raptor camp, because the Raptor camp just spawned again. And then after that, we're going to go do Krugs. Messed up the wall, so the tiny Raptorling ended up spawning anyways. not spawning, hitting me anyways. In an ideal world, I would have kept all of them walled up behind the wall like we did earlier. Before we go to do our Krug camp, we're gonna go ahead and drop our pink ward over here. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and press tab really quickly to give you guys a better vision. And we're just gonna waddle our way over here. Throw the wall out. It was kind of poorly placed, but wasn't the worst thing in the entire world. Fortunately, we didn't really take that much damage from the Krug camp. If we had effectively placed our wall, we wouldn't have gotten any auto attacks from the. We wouldn't have received any auto attacks from the Krug camp. I'm gonna go ahead and recall here. Let's press tab really quickly to see what item we buy. I'm pretty sure it is a Stalker's Blade. See how much gold we're sitting on? Yep, 550. So there's no way I bought anything but a Stalker's Blade. Yep, a health potion. We'll go ahead and press tab and continue on our merry way. Let's go ahead and speed things up really quickly. Looks like Fizz just got 1v1 by Zed, so it's a 1-for-1 right now in that lane. We're back in action. Probably, yeah, here I actually end up missing almost all of my CS. That was an absurdly bad Q by me. Fortunately for me, these minions don't get to the turret, so I actually managed to CS here. Gonna pop a health potion and then go for my wolf camp. So it's 6 minutes and 39 seconds in. Normally, you would like if you were on a more conventional jungler, I would say be around level 6 right now. Due to the fact that I'm on Anivia, I'm just barely hitting level 5 here. Yep. So not in the best position that I should be for sure. Here I decide to go for the Gromp camp and quickly realize, wait a second, I'm out of mana. There's no way in heck that I'm going to get this Gromp camp. So I decide it's in my best interest to just recall here. Like, wait a second, Gromp, please, no, don't hurt me. And then I just go ahead and recall. Go ahead and speed things up really quickly. Here it is. We go and buy Sapphire Crystal because we're building into Rod of Ages. And we're going to waddle over to our blue buff and then take the Gromp camp afterwards. After we take the Gromp camp, that'll get us to level 6. And hopefully we will get some things done. As you can see, I haven't actually made much of an impact yet this game. If you're planning on playing Anivia jungle, expect that. You're probably not going to do too much in the early game. So here we're taking the Gromp camp. After Gromp camp, we're going to probably rotate to continue farming, because once you get to level 6 on Anivia, it's a lot easier to farm. It becomes significantly easier to farm due to your ultimate, Glacial Storm. So yeah, we ult the Wolf camp, throw my Q out, and the Wolf camp ends up dying right here. Then we rotate over to our Raptor camp, Red buff, and Krug camp. And then we'll probably look for a place somewhere. The wall out to make sure that none of the thingamabobbers can hit me, the Raptorlings. Go ahead and smite that. I start to recall, but then I realize I actually have the capability to go ahead and take this red buff. There was a 3-man play in mid lane. Throw the wall out a little late. I didn't get to do it early, unfortunately. The red bramble backlinks start resetting on me, unfortunately, and we'll go ahead and kill those and then recall. And that will be enough gold for a catalyst, which will be the beginning of our Rod of Ages. So we'll go ahead and speed this up here. It's like Bar just died, as well as Fizz, dying to Zed 1v1, and Zed got a second kill on the Yasuo, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and use this opportunity to hold mid. I flash REQ the Zed, but he has a Hex Drinker, as you can see there, and it didn't pop there, but the extra MR was enough to compensate for the fact that I have zero AP right now. I mean, I don't have 0. I have 15 AP. So it looks like Pantheon is actually ulting. Let's go ahead and slow things down really quickly. I think I accidentally speeding it up too much. So let's actually backspace really quickly to see what happened there. There you go. Pantheon ults. I drop my W. Drop my ultimate in E. It looks like Fizz actually gets an ultimate here because Pantheon was BMing. That BM ignite. That was awesome. Awesome. So let's go ahead and speed things up, put it back on focus on me. I'm recalling. I'll go ahead and purchase. Do I purchase anything? I think I actually sit on. Yeah, I'm sitting on 500 gold. I'm trying to save up straight from my Rod of Ages, so I'm not. I actually decided not to buy anything here. Get back to our camp, so I'll slow it back down. All right, so we get to our Gromp cap. Throw the wall out. Drop my ultimate. Drop my Q, and I smite it. Because the Gromp camp passive actually really helps me out with the clears, due to the fact that clears take a little while to get going through it. Looks like Zed actually goes bot lane, so I actually see this and I'm like, alright, so maybe I can do something in bot lane. Realistically, there's nothing to be done, and I'm just getting down there to get the CS, which I'm pretty excited about. Actually managed to get all the CS there, which I was super excited about. I was like, yeah, I got everything! So after we finish that, we go ahead and recall. We're going to get a Blasting Wand. So we finally have some AP now, outside of our runes. And we're going to use this opportunity to go rotate up to the top lane and clear the farm up there. We'll go ahead and speed this up since this is some downtime, some wandering. It actually looks like I think our blue buff is actually coming up right now, so I decided to rotate over here. Yep. So go ahead and take the blue buff. Have my ultimate going the entire time because I know I'll regen all the mana. Level 9 now, so max rank on my E, which is pretty awesome. I'm looking for a play over here. Take the Bard tunnel, throw my wall out. Corki ends up Valkyrieing away, and we are going to actually look to see if we can stall out here. Because I think what I was thinking here is I wanted to look for a gank anyways, because it's possible Pantheon is going to ult the bot lane. Turns out Pantheon was actually top lane, but I'm still sitting here going maybe Pantheon's on the way bot lane because Pantheon's ultimate is considered the double kill bot lane ultimate, similarly to Fiddlestick's ultimate. And it turns out that Pantheon is actually rotating, as you can see on the mini map. So I'm sitting here waiting for the counter gank. And after like a little bit, I'm like, maybe I should commit for the long haul. Looks like Bard ends up trying to force it, so I pop my ultimate, throw my Q out, and it looks like there's Pantheon. I got the kill on the Blitzcrank. Pantheon gets ulted. I keep my Glacial Storm going, but I can't actually get the Corki here if I wanted to. I get egged by the Corki, and I end up killing the Pantheon. So I got a double kill there. I'm 2-0-2 now. Pantheon is 0-3 and 1. Now last team fight, let's watch that again. I really should have, as you can see like right there, I really should have been there focusing the Pantheon and then turning on the Corki with the Yasuo. But could have been worse. We ended up killing 3 people there for 2. I probably wouldn't have gotten egged if I had turned around on the Pantheon. I got Rod of Ages to get my tier 2 boots finally, and due to the fact that I'm level 10, I decided to get the Farsight alteration for my trinket. After that, I decide here that I'm going to rotate up to my top lane and get my red buff. Speed this up a little bit. Looks like Zed just got 1v1 by Yasuo, which is pretty awesome. Throw the wall out, messed it up a little bit due to the fact that my wall placement was kind of garbage. I want to do a gank in top lane. I want Morgana to go and clear that ward, but she wasn't doing it, so I hope that Irelia was too busy focusing on the Morgana there to see me walk through the ward. Unfortunately, I was mistaken. She saw me walk through the ward and she backed off. I decided to help the Morgana shove out because she's kind of low, and I end up rotating over to my Krug camp instead. So at this point, I'm just going to continue focusing on farming. 67 CS to 45 CS on the Pantheon. I'm 20 CS down on my solo laner, but realistically, I'm a little far behind what is expected of a solo laner. The Zed is 126 CS. I should be within 20 CS of him, because the Zed CS is about an approximation of what a mid laner CS should be at this point during the game. But I am Anivia, and my CSing on this champion is pretty atrocious, so I gotta bear with it, honestly. Go ahead and purchase Lucidity Boots here. Yep, there it is. And the reason you go Lucidity Boots is 1, Lucidity Boots gives you 10% cooldown on your Summoner spell abilities, and 2, Lucidity Boots gives you 10% cooldown on all of your abilities. Like a standard 10% CDR. So it's a really, really powerful item in my opinion, and I would recommend it over Stork Boots for Anivia and champions that enjoy CDR. And press tab to get that out of the way. I see that bot lane is getting Chizarino'd here. 3-manned, and because of that, the Yasuo died. We'll go ahead and refocus on myself. So what I'm doing here is I see that there's 2 bot lane, and I'm hoping that they go for a dive on Bard, which is why I'm sitting over here. So I see Zed overcommit here. I threw the Q out, and I kind of should have aimed it a little bit farther down, but he saw me throw out that Q, or he just decided to back up at that exact moment, and because of that, I didn't hit the Q. So here I go back to going to farm, pop my Scrying Orb on the blue buff just in case, because I don't know if they're trying to cheese me or not. Kill the Grom camp, level 11, rank 2 ultimate. That's pretty awesome for us. We take the Wolf camp. And I believe my blue buff is coming up right after this. No, I'm wrong actually. Oh yeah, look, nope. It looks like my blue I can't actually talk. My blue buff is actually coming up here. I'm waiting for it to come up right now while watching the Bard cheese around with the Blitz and the Corki. So what I did there was actually a pretty big mistake, but I think I was sitting there expecting the Bard to get engaged on by the Corki, so I invested a little bit more time than normal. And then I noticed that there was another 10 to 15 seconds left to the blue buff, so I just decided to stay there anyways and try to commit on getting it. So here I go and try to clear the mid lane CS. As you can see, the score is 12-6. I am 2-0-2, so I am a part of 4 of our 6 kills. But overall, we are significantly behind the enemy team, 2k gold, so gotta bear with it and see what we can do with the game. I noticed that there are people in mid lane, so I tried to start rotating over to help out the Yasuo, but the Yasuo gets killed anyways. Kind of want to see if I can get the Bard out of there, which I do. Throw a wall out there. It was kind of poorly placed. The Blitzcrank goes for a grab, and I managed to just barely dodge it. I see that the Corki's there, and I'm kind of hoping that I can get a QE on him, because I think I could easily kill him if I do that. Get an RE on the Blitzcrank, so some decent damage. I'm gonna go ahead and hold the wave with the Fizz here for my ult, and then use my Q over the ult. Try to recall here, but the Zed is not having any of that. He really wants to interrupt me. So that interrupts me, and I'm just like, please, just let me recall in peace. I'm just a bird. I get behind the turret, and I'm just like, man, if I hide behind here, maybe he won't see me. Nope, he will take a turret shot to try to interrupt me. Zed ends up using the Scrying Orb there. So I'm now trying to see if I can get a kill on him. Zed ends up ulting me here. I have egg, so I'm not too stressed out about anything, but he quickly pops my egg. And Fizz ends up getting the ultimate here. I'm going to path the camera over to watch him do this. He ends up getting the kill. I'm trying to follow him up to see if I can help him out. And we end up getting the RE on the Zed. Go back focusing on me, drop the wall because I was actually worried there, but realistically the Morgana did a little bit more damage than I thought she would to the Irelia. The Irelia gets stunned. I'm recalling, and I think no, it looks like the Irelia actually gets away from the Morgana here, and we actually get Pantheon ultimate out of that, which is pretty awesome for us. Kind of sad about that though, because if I had played a little bit less cowardly there, I think I would have been able to get the Irelia as well if I just committed to that fight. So the item that we're going for right now is Zonias. That's the we're planning on getting the Zonias Hourglass at the moment. Go ahead and take the red buff. The main reason we're not getting the red buff to our AD carry is because Yasuo, I feel like I might as well just take the farm for myself. I feel like it wouldn't be that useful for him. Fortunately, they don't know that I'm there, so I can actually get away with recalling there. Let's see, I have 500 gold. That's enough for a Seeker's, I think. Do I wait for it? Yep, I buy the Seeker's Arm Guard, and I go ahead and rotate mid lane because of everyone is rotating there. Morgana actually TP's in. I'm not sure if we're going for a fight here or not. Let's go ahead and look at it. It looks like we got a pick on Blitzcrank. And we're all inning. Pantheon gets ulted. I don't get an assist there, but they overcommit for this fight. I have my ultimate going. I get the stun on the Zed. Zed ults over here. I'm just kind of staying, like, positioning myself in the back line because I'm a little nervous. My ultimate again on the Zed, he gets stunned again and dies, and I start chasing after this Corki. Get an auto on him to slow him down. Get exhausted by the Blitzcrank, which makes it so he can actually live through my E. And we might potentially get this kill here. I throw my Q over there because I was expecting him to walk over here, and then I get my wall down to make him path back towards me. And E. And I really want this Corki, but I don't think I get him. Yeah, he just Valkyries out of my ultimate. Go ahead and focus it back on myself. So we go ahead and try to get the mid tier 2 here, or tier 1 here. Pretty fortunate for us. We're actually doing a lot of work in this game now. We're actually ahead in gold now, which is pretty awesome. So I'm 503 now. Do I have enough gold for my Zonias? I do. I just barely get my Zonias right here, so that's awesome. That's a significant amount of survivability for me now. The enemy team is actually starting to build a little bit of a mark. Zed has a QSS. Irelia has a Spectre's Cowl, and Pantheon also has a Spectre's Cowl, so the next item that I'm going to have to build is a Void Staff. I'm going to press tab really quickly. I now have a huge bounty on myself, so I'm rotating down to bot lane. I was expecting them to engage on the enemy team, but it looked like nothing was going on. I pop my ultimate here, pop my stun here. We'll go ahead and pick up the blue buff. So I'm at the Gromp camp, and two-shot that, I guess. We'll rotate over here to see if there's a team fight occurring. But I really want to get Dragon here. But looks like we decided to rotate over to my camps instead and continue farming. What's happening over here? Looks like Zed actually gets caught out of position and dies to the Yasuo. And we are just rotating up to the Irelia. Pantheon notices me, so he starts rotating up as well. And I'm going to go for an all-in here on the Irelia. I throw out the wall to make her path awkwardly. Morgana goes for an ult. And we go and chase after the Irelia. I get the stun on her, smite her, and we get some damage. Morgana puts the black shield on me, so I avoid all of the CC. Get another stun on, and get the Pantheon down. So now we're 3k gold ahead, which is pretty awesome. Looks like the other two members of the enemy team are now collapsing on us, so I'll throw out the Q. Miss the thingamabobber on the Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is trying to get me, but it isn't working out for him due to the Morgana Black Shield, and we get the Corki here as well. Morgana's pretty on point with that the Black Shield. Throw my ult in the Q. And Fizz ends up going to kill the Corki there. Zed goes for an ult. I throw out my ult as well, and we ace them here. And it looks like the enemy team surrenders right here. So we actually, despite being behind the entire game, make a comeback. End the game in 6-0 and 7. And we actually probably did the most damage in the game here. We'll go ahead and look at that, click continue. Let's go ahead and look at the advanced details. 46k to 40k. I had 10.5k here, so I didn't have the most gold on my team this game. Actually had the most gold matching with a Morgana, and the Zed also had the most gold in the game. Look at the gold chart really quickly. It kind of shifts into our favor really quickly. Our statistics. Damage dealt the champions 13.3k, second highest on our team. Yasuo was the highest on our team, and Zed was the highest on the enemy team with the Corki. So we definitely lucked out there due to poor positioning for the enemy team, like the poor team fighting by the enemy team. They were also all AD, so I guess they realized that they didn't have much of a chance going into the late game, and that's pretty much it. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm sorry that it wasn't a live commentary. We'll make sure to go back to our live commentary if that's what you guys want, starting with the next video, which should be, I believe, Ash. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. We're actually going to be shifting to one video every 3 days instead of one video every 2 days due to having started streaming and trying to do work and trying to do school. So I'm trying to mention a lot of things. And I wish you guys a happy New Year's. Enjoy your 2016, everybody.